Hey, Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter, and it's time to have that awkward conversation. That awkward conversation about how to use social media to sell. Whoa, wait a minute. Okay, I've written 2 books, High Profit Prospecting and A Mind for Sales. And both of them, I really talk down on social selling. I really do. I talk down on them because here's the whole thing. They can become a giant time suck for too many people. But the fact is, social media does work to help you sell, but there are some guidelines, there are some bumpers that you've got to apply. Let me walk you through some of them. 1, your reputation arrives before you do. This is one reason why you want to have a social media presence, because your reputation arrives before you do. And see, think about this. You're prospecting somebody, you're reaching out to somebody. You know what they're going to do? They are going to Google you before they talk to you. What does it say online about you? Your reputation arrives before you do. Number 2, respect. You see, respect goes 2 ways. Now remember, the first word in social media, the first word in social selling is social. That means you have to respect the other person. It isn't like where you suddenly found a connection and now I can suddenly start selling them, pitching them. Wow, you want to get blackballed real quick? That's what happens. But that's what too many salespeople are doing. They make this connection. Hey, I think you and I have a lot in common. Let's connect. And then boom, suddenly you're pitching me on something. No, respect the person. Number 3, nurture the connection. You see, nurturing the connection is how you demonstrate respect. I'll connect with somebody. I don't pitch them. I don't sell them. I want to nurture the connection. I want to understand a little bit about them. I want them to understand a little bit about me. I want to have some dialogue. And then what happens is, then if the door opens up, see, social media has a long tail. It isn't something where suddenly, boom, sale, boom, sale. No. It's boom, connection, and then it begins to grow. Number 4, share and add comments. Now, this is not something that requires an hour every day. This is my big hang-up regarding social media, because I see too many salespeople spending an hour or 2 on social media. I spend at most 15 minutes a day, at most, and I've got hundreds of thousands of followers. I just don't, and there's a lot of days I don't even get to social media because I'm just too busy. Now, I try not to have that be more than a day or 2, in a row, but 15 minutes, that's it. But during that time, I can share comments, I can add comments, maybe there's a news link I saw and I can post that, and I can make some comments on it, I can add. It's amazing what I can do in just a few minutes. Number 5, connect people. I love connecting people. I might be connected with somebody and they like, wow, that's really a smart person. I need to introduce them to somebody else. And I make introductions. I love making introductions for other people. And it's social. It's like you're at a networking event. And what happens is you run into people and you say, hey, I want to introduce you to so-and-so. And what do? You walk them over. This is what you're doing. Social media is like the real networking event, just online. Number 6, be present. Be present means be who you are and be present in the moment in the day. In other words, be present. What I love to do is I like making comments on what's happening in the industry today, what's going on out there. What I found is when I can be present, it's amazing how people just put me in a higher regard. And what does this do? It allows me to be seen as timely. And I'm present. And what present also means is simply, if I post something, I'm not going to never come back to it until a week later. I'm going to post something and I'm going to check it later on that day. And I'll check it that evening. And as people make comments, I make comments. I make comments on the comments people make on my things. That's called being present. It's not just throwing something out there and then walking away. No. Number 7, offline conversation. This is money. You see, my whole goal is to take the online connection and create the offline conversation. Online connection, offline. So what happens is I connect with you, And I have this with a number of people that I connect with, and we may begin to share and comment back and forth, and we begin to see that there's some commonality. And I might message them, and I'll send them some more information, and as we nurture the relationship, and I'll say, hey, let's grab 15 minutes. Let's grab 15 minutes to talk on the phone. Love to understand your business a little more. I rarely get turned down, and it's amazing how that creates massive opportunities. Number 8, provide solutions and ideas. See, what you have to do is you have to be seen as a leader in your industry. You have to be seen as a leader in the marketplace. So what does that do? That's providing solutions. Now, that's not talking down to other people. No. It's just putting ideas out there. Hey, here's what I saw happening. Here's some information from this site. Here's some information. It's allowing you to be seen as one who contributes. You see, I look at it this way. Sales is not a solo sport or a solo activity. Sales is a team sport. And I view everybody's on the same team. So what I want to do is I want to provide some solutions, some ideas. Number 9, play the long game. You have to be willing to play the long game. Don't think you're going to put some stuff out here on the internet and a month later you're going to suddenly have all these customers. This is the big mistake that new salespeople make a mistake. They think they can just start heavy up on social media and within a month the world is going to be beating their door down. It's not going to happen. Social media is a long game, months and months and months, which takes me to number 10, be consistent. Be consistent. Now, you can put personal stuff out, okay? For instance, on Facebook, I put personal stuff out on my Facebook page. I don't put personal stuff out on my LinkedIn page. That's very much more business. But even the personal stuff I put on my Facebook page, it's a neat moment with my family. It's a neat moment in my community. But I'm consistent. I'm congruent with my message. I'm not putting stuff out there that's stupid. I'm not putting stuff out there that's off message. I'm not putting stuff out there that's going to be seen offensive. I'm respecting everybody out there. Hey, how to use social media to sell. Here's the closing piece I want you to keep in mind. View social media as a tree. When you first get on social media, you're planting a little tree, and it's just a little sapling. There's really nothing there. And it takes months and it takes years, and it begins to grow into a tree. And then as it really becomes really full bloom, it begins to cast quite a bit of shade on a hot summer afternoon. And that shade tree is amazing, the impact it has. And people flock to that shade tree because they want to get cool. That's what happens with social media, but only over a long, extended, multi-year level of time. Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Check out the book of Mind for Sales if you haven't read it. Yeah, there's a book in there on social selling. It'll kind of blow your mind away. Great selling.